BizApps Pinoy Citizen for giving us this opportunity to share and learn all about Microsoft. So for Group 7, it's a combination of the MB800 and PL300 journey. This morning, we were able to showcase our talents through our group presentation. And just to let you know that this afternoon, we'll be focusing on Power BI data analytics. And then just want to share with you as well that we'd like to answer the question for the components of the presentation. So, what is the business value of the Power BI to industry like this? So, for us, the business value is first, it gives high quality of data. So, when we say high quality of data, it is collected and it is analyzed, and we follow set of guidelines to make sure that the data is consistent and accurate. Another factor is it provides easy data monitoring. So we will show to you later how it is easy to monitor the data. And then business like Starbucks, it gives valuable quality metrics. So for Starbucks, it gives us nutrition value, expiration dates, and then the content or the vitamin C, vitamin D data, it gives us more comprehensive data because of this Power BI feature. And then for the applicability of the Power BI to beverage industry, later we're going to show you the visual, and then we've tried to make it more interactive. So I hope that you'll be able to understand it and you'll enjoy our presentation. So that's it for me. Let's give it up for Renato to give us the actual presentation and explanation of our data. Thank you.
Thank you, Pel. So first up, I would like to explain here yung companion transformation na ginawa namin sa data. First, since yung sa beverage prep, there's no identifier or category per milk type, or which we understand this as if this one is on a short or short size, we use this as a short yung under it. Then for the tall, we use this as well. So for the milk type, we add as well a milk type on this based on this column. So yeah, so we get all the milk types here so that we'll be able to use it on our dashboard. So first up, we for question one here, so we want to show which is the most nutritious beverage or item on the menu. So we provide an option for the user to use the beverage category. So in which they could select a category on a specific beverage, so that they would know which one here on the category, or uh, what to call this, it's the values of calories or sodium or sugar. So we decided to use this as our way to show that which has less calories or less sodium or less sugar is the nutritious item on the menu. So in this one, you can select for classic espresso drink, and it shows that the espresso has less calories than all the other item on this category. So for if you want as well, you can also select the milk content. If there's a 2% milk on your content, you can see which item here has less calories or less sodium or less sugar. So yeah. So for the what do you call this, the nutritious uh, content naman po is we use this one naman. So for vitamin A, C, calcium, protein, and iron. So it shows here to dun po sa lahat ng category natin. So ang those item with more vitamin A will show here, and you can also sort it by clicking the headers here. So we can see na si strawberry, yung banana smoothie ang merong high content of vitamin C. And for calcium naman, we can see it's the white chocolate mocha. So if you want naman po na to see by size. So basically for ano lang naman siya, for filtering kung anong gusto mong makita based on the size or the milk type, or as well as for the beverage category. So for the total number naman po. So question number 2 is for how many chocolate smoothies do I need to drink to get over 200 grams of protein? So here we categorize it by the milk type that was used on the drink. So for soy milk, it shows here that you will need to have 11 cups, and here for 2% milk you need 10, and for non-fat it's 10 as well. Yeah, I think that's all for us, and thank you. Thank you.
For the group 7 naman, I like how you did the transformation of the data. Like, you showed yung paano nyo kinlean and transform yung muna yung data. I really like the thought process kung paano nyo kinategorize yung, you have, hindi ko naman sinasabing dirty yung data, no? Pero hindi ko alam kung twist yun ni Tony or what. First time ko lang din makita yung data, pero you categorize it so well, you clean it up so well, transform nyo pa yung data. So, I like the thought process there. Siguro lang doon sa sa design. Overall sa design ng dashboard niyo okay naman. Siguro lang kung ano lang like magiging consistent lang tayo dun sa mga color options natin like sa palette, no. Siguro kung stick tayo sa monochrome or sa isang color lang, mas magiging better siguro sa mas pleasing siya sa eye. But overall, I like your dashboard. I like the storytelling doon sa dashboard na ginawa niya. So yun lang. Thank you.
The only comment I got with that is the same with Jason, since probably it's more on a percentage, so I would expect more bar graph instead of tabular information. But yeah, you guys also did a great job.
Group number 7. Group number 7 naman, what I really liked about what you did was you not leaving out your filter pane alone. Kumbaga, the filter pane is really something or a part of Power BI. Hindi ko pala na screenshot. Obviously, I left it alone as well. Pero yun, kumbaga meron kayong filter pane dito, yung built-in, you actually formatted it. Really nice touch. Some report developers actually prefer using the filter pane kasi in a way it offers their users more flexibility. Medyo depende sa users eh. Slicers give your report viewers more structure. It's more user-friendly. Pero if they want a bit more power with their filtering, the filter pane is recommended. And Microsoft has gone great lengths in terms of adding more format options, raw options to the filter pane itself. So I like that you actually went there, used it, highlighted it even because of your format. Fresh idea with the gauge charts. You are the only team that used gauge charts. I noticed that apart from that, kumbaga, you were really trying to push visuals on your report. You were actively trying to stay away from just tables. Kumbaga, your lower left portion, this visual could have just been left as a matrix, pero hindi, lagyan natin ng bar chart, lagyan natin ng conditional bars para mas mas mag-pop. And it worked, yeah. Really helps a lot, especially in highlighting yung mga ganito, yung mga matataasang iron, for example. So I like that concept, that drive na how can we make the visuals more digestible. Opportunities wise, the gauge charts, although unique, are slightly unclear as far as the max. So by default, I think what you did was to just use the default gauge charts. So by default, kukunin niya yung max, babata sa yung median, papakita yung min sa 0. And they don't really tell me anything of value as far as the visuals go. Kumbaga, siguro may value dito sa calcium percent if it would have ranged all the way to 100%. Pero may comparison dapat na ibang mga percent DV rin ng ibang nutrients. Pero since wala, kumbaga everyone's just at the midpoint. So, it's pretty much a card as far as I see it. Tapos may max lang, very slight value. So, maybe, yun nga, either use the percentages, utilize the maximum 100%, show the others, or maybe stick to the cards, kumbaga less clutter in the eyes of the viewer, as far as my opinion. Align the visuals properly. So I mentioned with the other group, kumbaga, that was their strength, yung kumbaga alignment. So this thing that happened with the table, yung nasagad bigla yung margin, pero yung iba hindi nila sinasagad. And dito, biglang may margin na malaki. So things like that. Alignment does a lot to make your report look much more professional, much more cleaner. Medyo, I understand na medyo masikip. Maybe you should have used 2 pages. That would have been fine. Pero kumbaga, you could have also increased the pixel size of the single page of Power BI. That was an option, pero it became a bit too tight and it wasn't aligned properly. Format the wallpaper as well. So I noticed that you formatted your background. Itong beige na to. Pero everything else was white. So that's your wallpaper sana. You could have went with beige all the way to your wallpaper para hindi siya nagkakaroon ng white gap before yung beige filter pane ninyo. Nangyari kasi nagka-white gap kayo dito. Maybe intentional, pero it was distracting for me. Again, personal. Again, lahat ng mga heavily visual related dito, yun nga, medyo subjective na. So in my opinion, I got distracted. You could have went all the way, changed the wallpaper color as well. Chart title colors may have needed some softening. So hindi ko pala na-type. I was gonna say that although hindi siya company colors or it didn't feel, hindi ko sure kung baka may season na ganito yung kulay ng Starbucks, pero it doesn't feel heavily Starbucks color talaga. Hindi siya corporate colors, parang seasonal color siya. Pero I could get used to it. I could see myself enjoying it, but if you're going to use pastel colors, yung ganito, super light na tong green nyo, yung yellow nyo, yung turquoise na to, you need to make everything else soft as well. Yung mga chart titles nyo should not be using black. They should be using shade of gray. A dark shade of gray, a medium dark gray shade of gray, yung mga ganon. Kasi you want everything to soften up. Sa ngayon, medyo polarizing masyado yung mga blacks versus your pastels. So, yun yung medyo mahirap. If you're going with pastels, medyo kailangan dalhin ninyo yun sa buong report. As opposed to, kumbaga, having yung simple na dark green lang ng Starbucks. Pero yeah, I like what you did with the or kumbaga, I could see myself enjoying the pastels. I did double check actually Samba. Nag-double check ako na starbucks.com or .ph pala. So, may green ba, may blue ba sila? So, I can see naman na pwede. May mga times na yun, may mga ganun sila. Pero, yun, medyo maano masyado. Medyo mahirap dalhin. Pero kaya. Sorry. Di-decline ko lang. Lower left visual did not contain a title. Yun lang, minor. Yun, title for everyone except the lower left. So again, yun nga, na left out to. Parang nalimutan siyang i-drag into the margin and nalimutan siya lagyan ng chart title. And yun nga, maybe useless colors, maybe not. Pero yun nga, if you're going to go all out, medyo mas mahirap siya. Pero yun nga, you can get away with it. You just need a bit more preparation. Pero yun nga, excellent work with the amount of time that you have. I'm going to actually paste something in your in the chat, which is eto. If you go to LinkedIn and search for Starbucks Data DNA Pomerol, you will actually see that Starbucks or the Starbucks data that you worked with was the January 2023 challenge of data DNA. So, what does that mean? That means that if you go to this link, ang dami-dami ninyong pwedeng tignang ibang mga examples. So, learning never stops. Check out what other people have done. Nag-stick sa akin yung ginawa ni Matthew eh. So, ito yung ginawa ni Matthew. 'Di ba yung pag nakita mo yung gawa niya, naramdaman ko na, hindi pala ako magaling gumawa ng dashboard. So, kumbaga, very clean, corporate colors ginamit niya, naglagay siya ng watermark. This was done in Power BI, by the way. So, yun. You have the power to do stuff like this once you know what you're doing with Power BI. Infographic style yung ginawa niya. Not a lot of interactivity nga lang, or at least I don't think so. Pero kumbaga, yeah. I'll paste the link once I'm done talking, and I think I'm done talking anyway. Pero yun nga, don't let this day be the end of your Starbucks curiosity or your dashboard curiosity. With the data that you just went through today, check out what other people have done with LinkedIn. And yeah, that's it. Sorry for eating a lot of time. Terzal, I'm good.